Hello there, welcome back to another Weeklies. This is 1.15, and it's the fifth week of 1.15 Weeklies that we've got, but it's kind of happening in week 7 because we've not had a couple. But it's great, we're back with 1.15. Isn't this exciting? We've got quite a few people today, which is fun and exciting. So yeah, hi there, I'm ILCP, and I'm joined by... Sweet. I'm joined by
Sorry.
Map.
Hello.
It's all good.
I'll be around. Oh, Jesus.
But
Okay. Sorry, restreaming is happening slowly as I figure things out, but looks like runners are getting started.
yes, which is great. And today we've got some great names. We've got Ontricus, the 115 arguable goat, which is exciting. We've also got Teddy, Max, Mr. Budgie. I think got Kind Plays, and I think we're meant to have Mitch Banya, but I don't know if they're there. But yeah, we've got a lot of people, and it looks like we're starting off just in a village by the ocean, which is nice and exciting. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they do. I'd imagine there'll be a bit of going out to sea. But who knows? These players are all far better at 115 than I am. That's why they're playing and I'm not. But yeah, no, they're all getting their food, getting their tools, and then it'll be trying to get emeralds and blaze rods as soon as they can. So yeah, nice and exciting. It's not going to be too much variance in playstyle currently because they've all just, the start of runs all quite similar. But we can see whoever is middle right, whoever's top middle, has made us a wooden axe, which is fun, but Ontricus hasn't. So these differences are all interesting and exciting, but in the end they're probably going to amount to very little difference.
So top middle is Kind Plays. We have Mr. Budgie top right, as we can see, and then Teddy middle right. And I will fix the screen cropping on that middle one because I believe that is Max.
Yeah. Cool. Wonderful. Lovely. No, we've got a little bit of trading going on. Some emeralds being gathered. Everybody getting their brewing stands. So does that mean they're gonna do? Is it Insomniac where you take the villager with you for a run? Isn't that fun?
I believe it's also referred to as hostage strats. I am.
Oh yes, hostage strats. We love hostages.
Uninformed on 115, unfortunately. I know there's hostage strats refer to taking the villager with you, and then there's various options in terms of like whether or not you want to sleep through the night, or there's like double day, insomniac.
Yep.
I don't remember what the other ones
So
are.
that's where you don't sleep.
Yeah.
You do it all in one day. You get all the trades done once. I forget. There's so many different names, and I don't main the version, so I remember what the strategies are. I just forget which one's which. But no, Ontricus has a little hostage in their boat. So does Max and Teddy already. Terrorizing villagers is this is why 115 is such a fun version. Because you get to absolutely mortify these villagers, which we don't really get in other versions, do we? 116, you shove some pigs in a hole. That's not great, to be fair. Then 17, I suppose you get some endermen in a hole. You make them fall to their deaths, but there's nothing like the terror of just having a villager out in the open sea, is there?
For sure. And sometimes we see, I guess not something similar. 114 obviously has the whole cleric trading and 1/3 issue, but hostage strats, while they work in 114, are pretty unique to 115 for the most part, I think. And okay, before Teddy exited to go check out the shipwreck, or before they all went to check out the shipwreck, we just had a very funny moment of all 4 of the small screens on the right boating, and I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah, oh, there's a monument. We love monuments. All that gold, as long as they don't get mining fatigue, that'd be slightly problematic. But they're gonna go.
It
They're gonna
should be fine.
get their gold. Gonna be rich. Who doesn't want to be rich?
8 gold blocks is
Yeah.
certainly
115,
not
also known
trivial.
as get rich quick. Yeah. No, it makes a huge difference.
Yeah, someone
It
in chat
does,
commented
yeah.
that people are leaving their render distance up. It definitely looks a bit scary since most of them don't have milk or anything else along those lines, but seems like I don't see anyone getting donged, so hopefully they're alright for the moment.
Coin plays is lowering RD, which is lovely to see. Ontricus trying to rip some trades here. Fun. Both Budgie and Coin plays going into that monument now. Yeah, I don't know. It might be part of the mod or not. We'd have to ask somebody that knows significantly more than we do. Wouldn't surprise me if it was. To be fair, the kind of standardization thing that's quite nice and doesn't affect it too much. But no, they've all got their gold. They've all started trading with villagers generally. At least Max has. Ontricus has. I think Teddy is going over to that seaside, that little island to try and to trade with the villager. Got to get all the trades in as quickly as possible, and then it'll just be off to try and find a magma ravine, I assume, to enter the Nether. Get some rods. That's what we want. We want those blaze rods.
Absolutely.
Oh, it is part of the mod. Lovely. So yeah, the no dong is part of the mod, which is nice. It's what we like. Makes it a lot
so kind
more
of
consistent.
didn't actually need to lower RD then.
No, but yeah, if it's what you're used to, it doesn't really affect it. Wow, Max finding an ocean exposed portal room here.
Okay, casually
That's
just
crazy. It looks like Ontricus.
Oh.
This seed is wacky.
Oh my god, this seed is crazy.
That's sick.
We've got the monument. We've got the ocean exposed stronghold.
Max.
What the heck?
Ontricus, he's got the pearls now. He's going to enter the Nether here, I assume. Oh, but this is so good for so many reasons. And is it a 2-eye? Is it a 2-eye?
It is. I saw you 2 eyes on Ontricus' stream. Okay. So Ontricus and Max will just be able to go to the Nether straight from the portal room. I hope they can see the fortress.
Teddy's found it too.
Teddy as well.
I assume everybody's going to find it, to be honest.
I really hope they all went in the right direction
wonderful.
for it.
Yes, and the fortress is right there. Oh, this is such a lovely seed, such a fast seed. What time is it? 7:30, and they've not only found the stronghold, they've got their pearls. Some of them, I assume all of them have got their pearls. Though I can't see all their inventories. And Ontricus is at the fortress, and so is Max. Wonderful. I do enjoy a 115 fortress split. They're a lot more exciting than any other version, I think. I think there's a lot more to play around with. It's in the seed notes, yeah. It just so happens that the enter is the stronghold portal room. Lovely. I think that's fun for a seed. That's lovely. But no, I think a 115 blaze fight is, it's, he's got some of the fun of 116, but it's not quite as easy, especially when you play spawner. But no, it's lovely. And Ontricus, is he looking around for a different spawner, or is he just leaving? I can't tell how many rods he's got, but I assume he's got all of them because he seems to be leaving. And if he's leaving on anything less than 5, then he needs some help.
I doubt we'd see something like that
Yeah.
from Ontricus, as well as it
Oh yeah,
seems
no.
Max is heading back out as well. Jeez, this is gonna be a fast seed. We're not even at
Yeah.
10 minutes.
Both of them entering. Oh, if only they'd been a minute faster, then we'd be debating whether we'd see a sub 10, and that'd be crazy, actually mental. But we're not quite gonna get that. But it could well, if they get a fast perch, it could still be a crazy fast run.
Do you know how
Saying that
Zero
the time
Cycle
limit is
works?
30 minutes. How what?
Zero Cycle works in 115?
Yes. Oh, in 115. In 115, you would just do the exact same thing as 116, but you'd have to have either you would have 2 bits of water and 2 bits of lava, or you'd have 1 bit of obsidian and you'd just place a bed, then a piece of stone underneath that bed to stop it from hurting you too much. Or you could do a basically, slab cycle.
Right, yeah.
How you like jump up and place a bed. Well, you'd sort of do something similar to that, where you build up the 3 blocks and then place a bed on top, and then as you fall down, you detonate it. It is very much possible. However, generally, as you can see, Ontrix only has 1 pearl.
Thank you for
1
my
pearl 0 cycles
newest
are
worst
ridiculously
nightmare.
difficult.
Thank you for my
What's that?
new worst nightmare of slab zero cycle. That sounds terrible.
Well, yeah, it is just a mess. But Ontrix has got a perch, which is lovely to see.
Oh my god.
So we're gonna have a ridiculously fast finish there, as long as he closes
Easy
it out,
right
which he
there.
does, of course. It's gonna be what, 11:15 or something, wonderfully fast. 11:16. So Ontrix first there, lovely to see. Max also has a perch. Wonderful to see. It's going to be what, 11:23 maybe, that's my guess. No, what is it? 27? No, 26. But yeah, a 1:15.0 cycle is possible. But it's, I mean, think about how difficult it is in 1:16 and how often people mess it up despite it being so much easier and a lot more common for people to go for. It in 1:15, it'll probably never become meta.
Right.
Although it might have to. But yeah, it's an interesting one. You might be more likely to see something like Ground Zero, but at the same time, I don't think you are, because where are you getting iron bars? Unless you get it from like a temple or something. Temples aren't really 1:15 meta anymore. You could get them from the stronghold, but you'd be wasting so much time. Also, Teddy there finishing out. I can't quite see what the time's going to be, but it's going to be some form of 11 something or 12 something. Mr. Budgie also finished out there. Didn't quite catch that. Got a 12:16. So now we just have kind plays running. So yeah, is in the end. I can't quite see how many beds he's got, but should hopefully be enough because they've been to a village, so they should have as many as they need, as many as they feel comfortable. So that's wonderful. Yeah, we're just waiting for that 1 perch. And we've got a time limit of 30 minutes for these seeds. Yeah, and this seed was completed in 11 minutes 23 seconds. It's wonderful. Pretty much a third of the time allotted. Isn't that exciting?
Someday maybe we'll see a sub 10. Not today, unfortunately, but soon enough.
Possibly, but it would be a crazy feat, because most of the time you don't find the portal room and enter there and there be a fortress right there, and what on earth is Ontricus doing?
I'm
You know
Ontricus
what?
is just having a good time.
I'm loving this because, like, in 116 weeklies, in the little time before rounds, you see everybody like absolutely sweating all the practice maps. You know, and here we have Ontricus. He's just having a laugh. You know, what's not to love? Mr. Budgie just playing out the credits. We're just waiting for that perch, and do we get it?
Maybe? Maybe?
Time plays. Do we get? Yeah, we get the perch.
Woo! Alrighty.
So I've
Well,
got plenty of beds. They should be fine. We say. I mean,
don't
realistically,
jinx
even if they
it.
weren't fine, oh dear, oh dear. Oh, yeah, come on, you got this, you got this. Yeah, woo, Kind Plays finishes it out. I cannot read the time. But there certainly is a time there. And that is it. All 5 of our runners having finished out, you know, in a fraction of the time allotted, which is fun, lovely, and exciting. Yeah.
Alright, I believe we are waiting for the second seed, which will happen
So I think
soonish.
We'll have a little intermission, a few minutes, and then we'll be back with seed number 2. So yeah, wonderful there to see 11-16 from Ontricus. Yeah.
How's your day been?
My day has been wonderful. I was out walking until about 4 in the morning, and then I slept until about 9, and then I got home and I played some Minecraft, and now I'm here. So yeah, pretty good. So how's your day been?
My day thus far has been entirely Minecraft. I woke up to the ranked season 3 playoffs, and then I decided to hop on over here and help out with the restreaming, and so it's been I haven't seen anything non 116 for a bit, especially because I mostly live in the AA community. So it's been this
Lovely.
this is lovely to see. It's been a while since I've been in other corners of MCSR, and today has just been all of it.
Yeah, no, I love AA. I've decided that once I can get a sub 10 in like 116 RSG, however long that takes me, then I'm going to transition over to AA. Because
Mm.
AA is just so much more exciting.
A very
It's
respectable goal.
Oh,
I've thought
yeah.
about speedrunning
Well,
on it.
otherwise, yeah. I think mechanically, if I can't get a sub 10, then I'm not going to be able to go fast enough to actually get like a good AA time of like, sub 3 hours, 30 minutes.
That's not
It's
completely
the
true.
goal.
That's not completely
No,
true.
but,
But I can see why it would just
it's
make
that.
more sense to you.
Yeah, it's that, being able to have that lack of hesitation. Because, with AA, not that this is not related to weeklies whatsoever, but with AA, it's all about just doing everything you can as it comes up instantly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Niels, hi Niels in chat. It does not irritate me that they just hop in the fountain. Just I'm not used to it, but it doesn't irritate me. I am enjoying that Mr. Budgie's letting the end credits play. I haven't seen those in a while.
Yeah, I've never sat through all of them. Most of the time you just get to the end credits, you press escape, slash seed, move on to the next one.
I think I've read the entirety of the end credits, but like I went somewhere and searched the entire thing so I didn't have to wait for the scrolling.
That is fair enough. Because it's just painfully slow.
It is. It's meant to be, but it's still not fun.
That's true. But, still, it's a giggle, I guess. I don't know. It's a bit painful, really. What are your predictions for seed number 2 then? What do you think we're gonna see?
Unfortunately, probably not another ocean stronghold. I would like to see
Probably not. No.
something with maybe. Well, I imagine a monument and village are mostly guaranteed. I'd like to see something with interesting nether terrain, perhaps. That might be fun.
Oh, I'd like to see some pearl hangs in the nether. That's always fun when they come out. Yeah, because they're quite common in 116, but 115 they're definitely faster, but they're a lot riskier. So, yeah.
Actually, you know what might be a little
fun.
silly? If someone finds a shipwreck with lapis and uses that to trade, or if glowstone gets involved.
Yeah, but you can only trade for them, not.
Oh no, you're right. You trade for lapis,
from
but
them.
glowstone is glowstone to emeralds, I thought. Or no, wait, no.
No, it's emeralds to glowstone.
Backwards.
You chuck one in and then you get a few out. Be interesting to see if they I don't know, manage to somehow get a ridiculous amount of rotten flesh. But I don't see a world in which you get more than 22 from any kind of structure. This is never going to happen, especially not in a 115 run, a 115 tournament. But I'd love to do a structureless speedrun category, not where not in the nether, because obviously nether fortresses and bastions or whatever, but where every overworld is just structureless.
All of them?
I think that would be really
seed?
fun. All of them.
Yikes.
And there'd be like different kinds of overworld. So you'd have some form of plains, maybe a desert or
Right.
something. Some form of ocean spawn. Um, you know, but like have it so that it's all varied, and then everything comes down to decision making. You know, whereas like in say this league that we just had, everybody did the exact same thing. It was just who did it faster. Yeah, whose mechanics were better or who reacted faster, which is a good metric of comparing people. But
Right.
sometimes it's interesting to see, you know, how are their decisions? Because there was not that much decision making there. But in other kinds of worlds, there's a lot of decision making, and that's fun. Decision making is my favourite bit about speedrunning Minecraft, and it's why Minecraft speedrunning I think is, you know, more interesting than other kinds of speedrunning, because there's difference.
Absolutely. As much as we all kind of curse RNG and complain when things don't go in our favor, learning how to deal with that and adapt is watching the good runners do it is always just a magical experience.
Well, yeah, and it's why people don't get so bored of Minecraft speedrunning. Why
All
people can
right.
play 14 hours a day. You know, you got Xylonox out there cranking 16 hours a day to get world record. It's mad the amount of time people
Absolutely.
can pour into it.
Alrighty, we should be getting our
It's
countdown
fun.
soon. Oh, looks like runners are
Oh
getting
yes,
started.
we're in, and it
Wait,
is Desert Temple, and
oh
then we
jeez,
have a
jeez,
Tiger
thanks.
Village right there. Wonderful, and we're all getting straight into the temple. Oh yeah, Mr. Budgie is just sat on the credits still. Where's Budgie? Oh dear. But here we have temple looting. Wonderful. I love a desert temple. Desert temples have a very fun structure. And you get so many blocks. But there we have 6 emeralds, 20 gold, only 4 iron unfortunately, but plenty of TNT, and a tiger village right there. So we'll see what we get from the village, which I assume everybody's going to head to pretty soon. But you don't really know yet.
Given we've got the tourney mod, I assume that the golem in the taiga village, well, once they find it, will give maybe 4 iron or 5 guaranteed. So that plus the 4 iron in the temple should be plenty for these runners to make do. Also, oh, this is odd. It's a
Yeah.
plains taiga village combo next to a desert for extra fun.
What plains tiger village? What? I'm confused.
Sorry, I thought it was plains.
Um,
I thought I saw the. Oh no, I thought I saw
nah.
plains building. No, this is taiga village that just happens to border desert.
Yeah. It's just a bit wacky. Tiger and desert should not be next to each other. That's not how temperature works. But clearly it is in Minecraft, maybe. But no, we're gonna see a lot of wood gathering. Uh, you know, some light domestic terrorism. Don't let
Right.
Twitch hear us say that one too loud. Um, but yeah, gonna explore the village. Be interesting to see if there's a blacksmith. I don't know if there will be or not. But there might be. Who knows? But yeah, just about looting these houses now. And Andrix is blowing up the roofs. So is Kind. So is Teddy, I assume. Yep. And I assume Max is going to. But we still have Mr. Budgie sat there on those credits. You know, he's a poet. You know, letting the words occur rather than the action. But no, we're getting all of our wood that we can then trade with Fletcher's to get all of the emeralds that we need, so we're getting all the pearls that we need. It's lovely. And there's also a lava pool right there, which is wonderful. But yeah.
So apparently
So at
Mishvania
least we
is
know.
here.
Yes, we got Mish here. Is it Mish top right now or still Mr. Budgie?
I just swapped it out for Mish. Because
Oh,
Mr.
okay.
Budgie is eating, apparently.
Oh, he's eating. I mean, do what you do. That's fun, I guess. I'm confused. But yeah,
Definitely an
they're getting
interesting use
a
of
nice
time.
chunk of wood. Yeah, it's a new strategy, the eating dinner strategy. I've not seen it used before. But maybe it's gonna actually save a load of time. I don't know how, but you never know. It's some wacky new strategy. It's like the touch grass strategy. Apparently, that's meant to be really good for your health. But
Oh.
I've
Does
never
it like
tried it.
boost your
Um,
max HP or something?
uh, Something like that, I'd imagine. You know, so you can take more hits from the blazes when they're shooting the fireballs at you. That'd make
Right.
sense,
That
I
makes
think.
sense.
Yeah, must be something like that, right?
I'm a
Um,
big fan of piss strategies personally. I've seen
oh,
it
what's
in one.
that?
It's when you leave the game running while you need to go on a bathroom break. And so things like piglin trades or zombie doctor curing can happen
Um,
while you're not sitting there. And it's just a little bit,
oh, that's wonderful.
it's obviously in terms of speed running IGT, it doesn't matter, you just pause, but in RTA tournaments, it can be a little better when you just sometimes you really gotta go, and at least you save a bit of time that way.
Mm. Yeah, a little bit of task overlapping. You're all advancementsing the toilet.
That is my favorite thing to have come out of Minecraft, perhaps. All advancements in the toilet.
That's what you got to do. You got to all advancements everything in life. You know, you got to max it all out by task overlapping.
Ugh.
That's what they're doing here. They're mining their wood. They're trading their pearls. They're trading their sticks. They're doing it all at the same time. And we can see Ontricus seems to be running with 15 pearls over to the lava pool that we saw earlier. Looks like Kind Hands is doing the same, or Kind Plays is doing the same. In fact, Kind Plays might be slightly ahead even, which is crazy. Although obviously can't quite tell, but it's going to be about a 6 minute enter with pearls. Wonderfully fast.
In the meantime,
Exciting
we've
this.
got a bit of chopping going over there for today, as they just get the last bits of wood they need from the places that didn't blow up quite as cleanly as they would hope. Okay. And yeah, kind of plays us in the nether already.
Yeah, Kind Plays is there, and we have Ontricus just entering, kind of in the fortress already, on the way to a spawner. Wonderful. Oh, lovely to see. Ontricus having pearl, like setting up a pearl hang though, which Kind Plays does not have. Oh, and stream disconnected. What?
I can't spell. Is purely what happened. Wanted to get kind on the big screen here, and I accidentally forgot the A in their name.
Fair enough.
But this is fine.
Ontricus also blowing up that spawner, it seems. Wonderful, wonderful. Kind Plays probably did that though, while we couldn't quite see. But no, so although Kind Plays seems to be in the lead, Ontricus could well come back with that pearl hang, with some good blaze spawning rates. Maybe, you know, we're gonna see a little turnaround. Who knows? Certainly not me. Oh, and it might be decided here, or with kind plays taking a death. Ouch! That's got to
Not what you want to
burn.
see.
No, especially because you're right in like the leg of the fortress over lava. Let's hope nothing's fallen into lava. That would be a problem and a half. But we also have Teddy in the fortress now. Teddy with low RD trying to get some more blazes, it seems, right? Or is he just gonna? No, not gonna go for those strays. Just gonna hide. Be interesting to see if 5RD ever does become a bit of a thing in 115, because generally I don't see it too often. But that's mainly because the risk of damage is ridiculously high, and dying's not worth it.
Okay, I
suppose you just assume that if the run's good enough, you don't die.
I have been told that Budgie has returned. Minor technical issues, but hopefully we'll have their stream up soon.
Lovely. And all 4 runners are in the nether, which is wonderful. So Kind is leaving, I think. And Ontricus still going. And everyone's still going in the nether. But they're all plodding along nicely. I don't imagine Ontricus is going to be in there for too much longer. Ontricus taking a lot of damage there. It'll be alright. Kind making a boat, setting off to sea. Nice and fast. What time is it? About 10 minutes, and they're on the stronghold hunt. Find a lovely dolphin. Wonderful. Yeah. We see a Mesa. Lovely. An Ontricus out the nether again. Now triangulating for stronghold, which is wonderful and fun. Yes. On his way, same route as Kind, obviously. Eye pointing in the same direction. All going into the Mesa. Lovely to see. And Kind is in quite the lead here. You know, solid 100, 200 blocks ahead of Ontricus. So despite coming 5th in the last round, he might end up pulling considerably forwards here. But we've still got the 3 other runners sat there in the nether. Ontricus now in that Mesa 2, Kind navigating through the terrain, you know, trying to get to that stronghold. I don't know how far away it is, but seemingly not too much further. I don't know. I've got no clue, and I can't read where it is on Ontricus's calculator, so I can't tell. But all 3 other runners still in the nether. I think Teddy's probably leaving the nether now, but I can't quite tell. Oh, I apologize. My Wi-Fi is really bad. Really bad. I don't know what's going on.
That's alright, I think you're coming through okay. I'm just more trying to figure
Oh,
out
as
why
long as
OBS absolutely hates me at the moment.
cool. It's just telling me I've got 1,000
Oh,
ping.
here we go. Okay, here we go.
I'm just closing all of my tabs, trying to keep it alive. But no. Both well on their way there. Both kind of Ontricus. Probably, closing in on that stronghold, right? I don't know how much further they've got, but yeah, I mean we've already passed the speed of the first seed, unfortunately, which is a shame. But when you have a seed like that, it's going to be difficult to match pace with something that ridiculous. Because it was just mental. And obviously, they knew that they only needed 5 rods, and so you can spend a lot less time in the nether. I don't know what's going on with kind.
Neither do I.
But they're doing what we call black screen strats. Which, it's where you go night mode, dark mode, and suddenly you kill the Ender Dragon. It's just what happens, because you become like Batman or something. Yeah.
Alright,
Oh.
apparently Kind's game crashed. Already in chat, being helpful as always. But before I could actually get around to switching it, they're back. So, we shall see.
Yeah, but it looks like they've been taken back a good handful of minutes there, 3 or 4 minutes. So, I don't know what's going to happen there, but I'd imagine there'll be some time taken off when they complete, maybe. I don't know.
See if he...
because they've got a...
Yeah. I wonder if he lost any
digging
items.
Down.
Oh, indeed.
It'll be interesting. But I think it should just be what it was. But there we have Ontricus in the stronghold. Lovely to see. I don't think he did preemptive. I think he's just going straight for it. Unless maybe he did and I just didn't catch it. Who knows? But he's having a run around. 3 bread. Lovely. He's got plenty of food. 8 bread. More than enough. Oh, there we go. Creeper. Thankfully, it doesn't kill him, unlike Creway in his 70th hardcore run that he did that one time where he died. And had to reset his challenge all over again.
Speaking of, Kind just died. I wasn't quite sure to what, but has exited the game. It seems like perhaps we're looking at another game crash at the moment with a black screen. I'm not too sure, but hopefully he can get things sorted out.
Oh dear. Yeah. At least we've got Budgie, and Budgie's in the nether. Looking for the fortress, it seems. So he'll be off on his way. Ontricus still not finding this portal room. But it's kind of too much further to explore left. Right. He's spend another 5 years looking through the stronghold.
Ontricus will never leave this stronghold.
No. This stronghold is like the Sisyphus's hill. He just keeps pushing the boulder up. Ontricus just keeps running around. I reckon it's going to be like down here to the right, maybe.
Oh, nope, he's got it. Went through something. Unfortunately,
He went through to the right.
He did indeed. Unfortunately, we've got Kind Plays back on the black screen, has decided to take a DNF for this round. I imagine the game issues just got to them, and with only 12 minutes left in the time period, it is hard to see how they would finish, and so unfortunate, but they will place last for this round.
Yeah, that's a shame. But Ontricus is there in the end, going to set up their one cycle. They're doing the absolutely lovely waterlogged cycle, which is fun. I remember when I saw this for the first time, I was like, whoa, that worked. Just crazy. In fact, I think it's something that I need to remember in case I run out of obsidian in 1.16. Craft some stairs and then waterlog them, then they go bye-bye.
Well, the thing with waterlogged stair is you can just steal one from the portal room. Speaking of which,
Oh, you can, yeah.
Teddy popped into the portal room and then exited the game. Not sure what's going on, but hopefully that gets resolved soon.
He probably didn't have enough pearls or blaze rods. That would be my guess if he's quit. He'll have been going for a high roll, which, you know what, sometimes you've got to do, especially if he knows he's behind point wise in the tournament. He needs to pull that faster time, so otherwise it's not worth it. And so I can see the logic of going for a high roll, even though generally in a tournament you don't want to be high rolling. Yeah, it's a fairly understandable play. But we've got Max still in that stronghold. Yeah, I don't know where he is. I do not remember the stronghold very well. I just remember that it was up through the right of one of the 5 ways.
Okay.
But there we have Ontricus with a completion there, which is wonderful. 9:46, 9:31. No, well, not 9. 19:31 there.
Vastly different.
Nice and fast.
Teddy's stream
I'm
seems to
slightly
have
tired.
ended. Artie says Teddy's first eye fell in the lava pool. That is absolutely tragic.
That is painful. That. Sad.
Today seems to have been a day
Ontricus now
of
looking at that
difficulties.
stronghold, thinking, what on earth is going on? What's Budgie doing? Did Budgie DNF too, maybe? We've got Max entering, though. That's what matters. We've got Max entering, and who's top right?
Top right is Mish, I believe.
And Mish about to enter too, it seems. So hopefully we'll get at least 2 more completions. Which, you know, it's not the whole house that we'd like to see, but it's better than none. But yeah. And so Max there waiting for a perch now. Plenty of food, which is what you like to see. Eating a golden apple. Oh, he's got plenty of beds too. Entire hot bar full. Shouldn't need all them, I should hope. And then we've got Mish also setting up for some form of cycle. He's using slabs, but it's not the traditional slab cycle that I'm aware of. Slightly confuzzled, but you know what? It's fine.
Could it be waterlogged slab? I didn't quite notice.
Possibly, I didn't see him put any water down. But here we have Max ripping that perch. You know, he's 3 beds in. Probably gonna have 5 beds. 5 plus 1. There we go with the what? 22.19. Yes, a 22.19. Let's go. I guessed it right. This is my favourite game when commentating.
The guessing game of what time will they actually end up with? You did very well.
Yes, I hit some of them not so much. But it looks like he's waterlogging it now. He's just realised. Is that a Crooks skin he's got on as well? Oh, the Crooks respect there from Mish. Oh, I miss Crooks. Who doesn't miss Crooks? Just cracked. But it looks like a Crooks skin. And by that it's just a bunch of different shades of the same colour. We're waiting for that perch. Oh, but he's being attacked by an Enderman, which is not fun. But they're in boats, so it should be fine. Oh, this one's not in a boat. He's really low. This is stressful. If you got food, he's got food. Eat the apple. There we go. Lovely. We're just waiting for that perch, and we're gonna see it now. Now.
It is indeed waterlogged slab.
It is. It didn't waterlog it initially though. So we're like, what's going on? But then he waterlogged it in the end, which is good. And there we have. I think that was 5 beds. Or was it 6? No, it looks like 6. Lovely run there. 24 minutes, 20 odd seconds, and I think that is all the runners we're going to complete have completed now. So yeah, good job. Lovely to see we've had some really lovely completions there. We'll be back with round 3 quite soon. I don't know exactly how long, but it won't be too long. And then we'll see who wins who wins week 7 of the 115 weeklies. I don't know whether we're calling it week 7 or week 5, because technically it's the 5th one they've played, but it's the 7th week of like the weeklies of this season. So I don't know what we're using. But it's one of them.
At some point, I imagine Spinnaker will figure it out and decide.
Yeah, but it's all good. So yeah, and we had Ontricus there again, finishing in first with, I can't quite remember the time, but it was a good one. It was lovely and fast.
Budgie treating us all to a bit of Wordle.
Well, I'm gonna go grab a drink. I'll be right.
Go for it.
The next question to remain is, what do you think the next seed will look like? We've had a desert temple, we've had an ocean, or we had coastal. What do you reckon we're gonna get next?
What I would love to see is Igloo Tundra Village. What I think we will likely see is perhaps maybe Desert Temple Savannah Village. I don't quite know what. Maybe another monument run, but I don't know if the seed finding here typically goes for that much variety. A structureless would be spicy. I don't know if they'll do it.
No, we're not going to get structureless. My bet is, I'm hoping they do another monument run.
Another monument.
Another. Yeah. Because they're always fun. They're always a giggle. They're always fast, and I like a fast run. 11 minutes. Oh, wonderful speed. I'm hoping that we see a sub 16 from one of our runners. That would be lovely.
I mean, certainly another opportunity for sub 10 is very welcome. So.
Yeah, I unfortunately doubt we'll see that. However wonderful the idea might be. Oh, are we getting into the next seed already?
It looks like runners are loading in, perhaps? Alrighty, I have just been informed that Teddy and a kind are calling it for today, unfortunately.
That's a shame.
Alrighty, I have just received the 1-minute warning, so we should be starting this next seed soon.
Ooh,
we are down to
exciting
only 4
stuff.
Runners.
Yeah, well, I mean, less to focus on, so some better quality commentating, surely.
If only.
Yeah, but to be fair, less to comment on is a lot easier. When you have like 7 runners, that's a lot. Especially when it's like 1:16, when everybody is going so ridiculously fast, and you've got 7 runners there, and you obviously have like the 7 fastest runners generally on the screen, and so there's so much going on. Trying to commentate them is a nightmare. But here we go, we've got a shipwreck for our seed number 3, which is lovely to see. With a load of emeralds, some gold, and is that 3 iron? Doesn't look too much, but there will be a buried treasure chest map.
We've got iron nuggets as well, hopefully enough for 1 more ingot. It looks like double digits, so we'll see. That plus a buried treasure that is hopefully not very far. Budgie using what looks like a gold pressure plate. Interesting.
Yeah, we'll just try to make it so they can breathe a little bit better, mine the wood a little bit easier. Interesting to see who's used gold and who's used iron for them.
Precisely. I thought they would have wanted to
too much of a difference.
I would have thought.
Yeah, because that 2 gold is an entire trade, but also iron. They need to make sure they have enough iron for the run. Seeing as there is a monument, so gold suddenly doesn't matter too much because they have plenty. Not quite plenty, but pretty much enough.
All 4 runners
so
now
we're
at the
going
monument.
into that monument. Yes. But it looks like Ontricus is out of that monument already, and so is Max, speeding along in this speed run. Yeah.
Max has the dolphin, while Ontricus is relegated to a boat. Max has 2 dolphins. He's got extra dolphin bonus.
Double! You must mean he's going twice as fast, right? Right?
Surely.
Right.
If only that's how Minecraft actually worked.
If only it all stacked. 2 diamonds. Those 2 diamonds might be quite useful, to be fair. Diamond sword, wonderful. It's taking a while to load that buried treasure chest, which means it's probably a little bit far away. But did you see there was a furnace?
A
There's a furnace on the
I see Max in
yes,
a
and we can see a
village.
village. Yes.
I didn't
So there
quite catch the
must
furnace.
there was a furnace on the pie chart of, I think it's Mish's. Yeah, I think Mish's pie chart displayed that there was a furnace. And
Sorry,
so as you can see, there's a blacksmith.
there's a
Pardon?
second monument under this village. You could see it super clearly on Mish's screen.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, which is
Right under the
wonderful.
blacksmith.
Which means actually they might do, yeah, plenty of iron there too. So they
Some
might
obby
well
too?
get the gold out of that second monument, to be fair. I'd certainly consider it.
I didn't catch if there was
Because,
10 obby in that chest, but if there's a lava pool nearby, I suppose they technically have enough obby to set up a zero cycle if they really wanted. Ah, no, Art's saying there was 10 in that chest. That's the portal then.
There was 10.
Yeah, I didn't quite catch it.
There'll be... I hope that they're going to try and find some form of ravine maybe for their first portal, so then they can use the obsidian for a second portal.
Ooh, double travel would be fun.
Yes. Because was there 10 in the chest?
Already said
Or was
it
there like
was
8?
probably 13. So plenty as it turns out.
Well, if it's 13, then I hope we see double travel. That would be wonderful. Because double travel is what's going to save the most time. And so, yeah. There's no reason really to try do anything else when you can just get a double travel. Even if your double travel is not perfect, it's going to be, which I'd imagine it would be, but even if it wasn't perfect, it's going to save a ridiculous amount of time.
Hi, again. I am so sorry. Let me set this up because I think OBS just destroyed something. Alright, here we are.
Yeah.
Here, we're back! We're back!
Whoa! Can you screen share, please?
Screen has been shared. I realized all of a sudden that my timer has not been functioning at all. So I guess we will just...
Oh dear.
This is fine.
This has been a week riddled with technical difficulties, but it's fine, because what really matters is that Ontricus is in the nether at the fortress with a diamond sword and their shield out, ready to go. Is that 4 blaze rods already?
I can't see
Lovely.
that.
Like, I don't know if you've got any pearls whatsoever. Like, if he's already traded for most of his pearls, if not all of his pearls, then this could be ridiculously fast. He's got some pearls. I can't tell how many pearls. 13! He's got his pearls already. He's got his pearls. I don't see any obsidian though, so I'd imagine he used that obsidian to create a first portal. Which is a shame, but it might well have been what was intended. But either way, he's still on pretty good pace there. And so, yeah, mine out that spawner just a little bit more. Get those rates going. Is it 6 rods he's got now?
I don't think so. If it were 6, although I suppose he could be going for 7. We'll see if he leaves after this
7.
But with the double monument, we saw him
Yeah, I
mining out
can't
with
quite
a
see.
gold pick. So at least he already has 13 pearls, but if he needed more, that second monument was right there. Alrighty.
He's got 4 rods just there. So how many rods has he got? Just open your inventory for me, Ontricus, please. Be lovely of you. Thank you, please. Just check, please. Make sure you've got them all. You'll lose 3 seconds. I'll gain my sanity. Yeah. So he's got some spare, I think. Can't
Alright,
quite tell though, even
speaking
then.
of, looks like Max and Mish are going for the ravine. Budgie's in the nether, so they
Oh,
took the obby from the
lovely.
blacksmith, but hopefully will use it for double travel.
Yes, if they've gone to a ravine, they almost certainly will be. Which is interesting. It might be because they maybe play more 116 generally or something, and so they're more used to this idea of if you've got the opportunity, you should double travel. Or maybe it's just Ontricus thinking that actually we've got an ocean, therefore, we've already swam, we'll boated out a decent distance. It can't be too far away, and you've got a boat, possibly a dolphin, might end up being ocean exposed. So,
Personally, I
despite not double traveling,
yeah, I'd be inclined to agree
doesn't
with
mean.
the not double travel line of thought here, especially with such a large ocean. If it is just ocean travel, a boat isn't that slow, and if you do get a dolphin, you just go so fast. The double travel through the nether, dealing with
Yeah,
the lava and all the mobs, just not as nice.
it also seems to not be too far away from what I can see. It seems to only be 3 digits. I can't quite tell what those 3 digits are, but it doesn't seem to be too far. Hopefully it'll be coming onto screen soon. Maybe. Checking coordinates. We've got another monument there.
Why are there so many monuments?
Is that it there? Looks like it might be. Yeah, here we have it. Do we see the portal room? I think we see the portal room, right? Yeah,
That
look,
light is the
no.
opening.
No,
I don't see
not
any
it.
other lights. So the
Yeah,
portal room
probably not.
doesn't seem
Oh, unless it's
exposed.
down
Oh,
here.
maybe? Yeah. Maybe?
That might well be a library. Looks. Oh no, it's the portal room. There we go. Lovely and fast once more from Ontricus. A sub 11 enter. Plenty of beds. Lovely and speedy. We also have Mr. Budgie travelling way on the ocean with a dolphin. Ontricus about to set up their 1 cycle.
It seems that Ontricus is very well set up to sweep. Just needs to close out this last match.
Yeah, which I'm sure we'll be able to do, right? Because is that a perch? No, it's not. It looked like it was going to go back and snap for a perch, to be fair. He's trying to get an ender pearl, then he's got the perfect setup. He's got the perfect setup. Ha ha ha. Ooh, diamonds. I don't know why they're getting diamonds. Why do you need a diamond?
What? Who's got diamonds?
I'm confused. Mish.
What? Why?
He just... Why not? I guess. I don't know. But he's got it.
Odd.
Yeah. It looks like Mr. Budgie's also in the portal room now, and Mish is measuring eyes. Max is going to measure eyes, I think. 2. Yeah. Ontricus just killing more Endermen. Wonderful. When is this dragon going to perch? I don't know. Hopefully it's soon, though.
This dragon is not being particularly cooperative, but Ontricus Pearls.
No, not
oh,
at all.
Nope.
There we go. No, we don't go.
He runs back.
Ooh,
Maybe?
we're getting a double travel from Mish.
Yes.
Mining up obsidian.
And Max, both of them.
But
they're both mining obsidian.
with how long it took for them to get to that stronghold, though, is it gonna be worth it? Are they gonna lose?
So.
Are they gonna spend as much time mining obsidian as Odricus did just getting to the port room? I suppose they don't have to mine it all because they have obsidian from the blacksmith. We're in a bit of a perch race from Ontricus and Mr. Budgie. I can't remember, and I always forget what dragon mechanics standardized and not in which tournaments. So I just can't remember.
We have what looks like a. Is that
but we have a perch there.
Wait, we have 2 perches.
Slightly.
Look at Budgie.
Yeah, you have 2 perches. Mr. Budgie's looks to be a lot nicer of a perch than Ontricus. Ontricus finishes out first, sweeping the match with a 14-20 or a 14-10.
Or 18?
And Mr. Budgie getting a 14-17, 18-19. Yeah, 14-19 from Mr. Budgie. A 14-10 from Ontricus. So, first and second on the seed. Max in the portal room. Mish well on his way. Having slightly more difficulty with it, possibly. Don't know. But yeah. Max is going to set up the perch, which is lovely. Even obsidian there. Oh.
Mish needs beds from the library.
Mish not have wood?
Not enough wood, and saw them getting string earlier as well. Not what you want to see.
No, not at all. Well, you gotta do what you gotta do. At least they've rectified it now rather than getting into the end and realising. Because that would just be a nightmare. But now we just got Max waiting out for a perch. And then Mish is going to be waiting out for a perch in just a minute. And then Seed 3 and Weeklies week whichever Season 5 will be over. With Ontricus having absolutely dominated, being the 115 goat. But we all knew he was the 115 goat anyway. And we have Max here getting his perch. First bed was pretty good, second bed was kind of rubbish. Third bed was good, fourth bed was good, and fifth bed was just what it needed to be. Finishing out there with what, a 16-17 maybe?
16-17?
Yeah! Let's go. And now we're just waiting for Mish. Will Mish get the perch? When Mish does get the perch, will they throw it? You know, occasionally you'll see somebody throw a 1 cycle. I know I throw a 1 cycle every now and then. Is today the day that Mish throws a 1 cycle? Who knows? I don't know. Mish might be the best 1 cycler in the world. Who knows?
I've never thrown a 1 cycle because I don't speed.
Pardon?
I've never thrown a 1 cycle.
Fair enough.
But I totally would if I tried.
Have you ever done a 1 cycle?
I don't think so.
Have you ever tried?
I
Oh,
think I
you should
tried
give it a
once and
go.
got. I think I tried once and I got like maybe 1 or 2 beds off. And of
Oh
course, there was no
dear, oh
crystals
dear.
up,
And
so.
there we have Mish finishing out with a 1541.
That wraps up
Lovely,
weeklies.
wonderful. Finally, all 4 runners finished the seed on the 3rd seed, which is
Woo!
lovely. So, good job to all of them. Well done. Congratulations on Ontricus for winning, for sweeping, for wiping the 1.15 floor. We will. I don't know when we will be back. Because I'm not too sure. Because we're not doing 116 at the minute because we have the ranked playoffs are going on.
Well, we're certainly done for this
But
weekend. I do not know if hopefully we're back next weekend or
yeah,
maybe after. With one of the main versions.
who knows?
In the meantime,
Yeah.
though, thanks everyone for being here. Thank you, ILCP, for carrying the commentary booth
No,
while I
thank
struggled.
you for restreaming.
And we are,
And I
speaking
think
of,
we're sending off you to playoffs now.
indeed,
So
speaking
yeah,
of, we will go raid ranked playoffs.
cool. Alright.
Alrighty.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Congrats